Okay, welcome back. I haven't talked to you folks for a while. We're going to talk a little bit about FlyCast 2.0. In fact, it's been so long that we have a new president in the White House, believe it or not. And so I guess it's time to update you. FlyCast 2.0 has been released. It was released last week in the middle of July 2009 for all of you that are watching this next year. And I want to go over the features specifically new to FlyCast 2.0. I'm not going to rehash the old. Let's focus on the new. Here's FlyCast 2.0, and you can see I'm using a Storm here. The Storm does actually have it is a Storm mode product, so when I rotate the Storm, it does rotate correctly and exactly all the time. I'll show you this again later. I'm going to put it back inside the dock and shut off the clock and go back to FlyCast again. So here we have the new section called the My Stuff section. Inside the My Stuff section, which has all of the user's settings, we've got your own music library. So yes, now inside of FlyCast you can listen to your MP3 songs that are on your SD card on your device without having to switch to use a different player. We have the recording section, and we have your favorite stations. Of course, the guide is similar to what it's always been. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see that. But the guide still has the weather section, what's on now for programming, cities for terrestrials, genres for music, news, and sports talk shows, and the channel section that actually will take you to content that's aggregated by provider like ABC or CNN, etc. So let's go back to the My Stuff section here. I'm going to pick a station, and actually the station's already running in the background here, so we'll see what that is. It's the Accu Classic Rock station. So it's a classic rock station from Accu Radio. And here you can see the new cover flow design that we have in the product. There's on the screen in this mode, there's 5 icons, and one you see most prominently is a Stevie Winwood song, while you see a Chance playing right now. And if I turn it up, everybody knows the Stevie Winwood song. And you can also see a preview of what's coming up. It looks like a Bob Seger song, so I'm going to scroll over to Bob Seger and touch that, and you'll actually see that the Bob Seger song, Traveling Man, Beautiful Loser, is going to start playing. Turn that down so you can hear me correctly. But what's really, really, really cool about FlyCast 2.0 is that you can actually skip back in time. You can time travel back 1 hour, half hour, and even back to 2 hours in the stream on every station. If I click on that, what's going to happen is it's going to go back to the server and tell the server to reposition the beginning of the stream to 2 hours ago, and it's going to start playing the stream. You see it's bringing up a Bruce Springsteen Dancing in the Dark song. It'll actually load the cover art and start playing. And now I've time shifted back in the cloud services where the recording is done in the cloud for you, 2 hours, and here you can hear another riff that just about everybody knows. Bruce and Bruce's Butt shows up in Life is Good. I'm skipped back 2 hours. The other cool thing about doing this is this creates with flybacks the concept of burst caching. So if you look down the bottom here, you'll see a little yellow line and a little red marker inside that yellow line. And that yellow line is an indication of how much data is being cached into the device faster than real time, where the red marker is actually the time in the song. So you can see I'm getting more data than I am listening to, which means that with a really good connection, this is a regular, in fact, marginal, Verizon is a wonderful network, of course, as we all know and love, but if I did have a Wi-Fi connection or I had a really, really good 3G connection, I can get data, burst cache data, as fast as 10 times real time. And what this means is that you could have 2 hours, let me turn this down a little bit more because it can be annoying, you could have 2 hours of data coming into the device in as little as 20 minutes or even less. And then you can turn off the cellular connection, which really, really sucks up your battery, and just listen to the station in player mode on a plane, a train, an automobile, an African safari, wherever it is your little heart desires, without sucking up battery life and using those cellular data minutes. So burst caching is one of the big functionalities, and you can see I'm actually still caching faster than real time. And I'm going to show you how this looks again. I told you that I would show you this in a portrait mode. So here you can see landscape mode and portrait mode and all the pretty icons. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit so you can see it better. So it is completely storm friendly. Yes, believe it or not, storm friendly. And all this data is being cached in, and new songs are coming up. And I'm going to show you what this looks like on a Bold now by bringing my Bold into the picture. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have both a Bold and a Storm. In here, I'm going to turn this up for a second and pick a song to play. Actually, let's go to the recording mode. I'll show you recording. Stop this and go to My Stuff and go to Recordings. This is where the data's cached. And here's an adult contemporary mix from AccuRadio again. You can see it's got Green Day up there, and I'm going to play that. So here it's playing 21 Guns, but I can also skip up to a promo. And the next song, you all know Sarah's Love Song and Eagle Eye. Script, Alanis, Simple Minds. This is really cool, guys. This is a real nice cover flow, easy to use, easy to understand. You know, you can see that you can't see the songs that haven't played yet, but once you get Simple Minds, now I can see Rod Stewart's song. Once Rod Stewart's playing, I can see the Beyonce song coming up as well. It's spelled incorrectly by the provider, so we don't see the cover art. And then I've got this
more hits,
message from the provider in Maroon 5. So, again, that's FlyCast 2.0's user interface and time-shifting recording capabilities. You can get this as an add-on feature to FlyCast by upgrading. You get 7 days to try it. And FlyCast is still free. All these 1,500 stations will give you really cool stuff. The new user paradigm, it's all free. If you want the caching capability, you upgrade. You can get 5 hours of cache time for a one-time payment of $10. We've got to keep the lights on, so I know some of you will whine and cry because no one deserves to charge anything for anything, and oh, woe is me. But for those of you that aren't whining and crying and understanding that we're providing a value proposition here for you, spend the $10 or $20 if you want to get 20 hours of recording time. It's a one-time fee, life of the device. It's not monthly, it's not annual. It lasts as long as you keep the device, and you get boatloads of content to take with you wherever you go, so you don't have to worry about having a connection or blowing up your battery because of the fire that the connection is creating. So that's cool. That's FlyCast 2.0. There's much more coming. This is just the first in a series of videos on 2.0, and download it at www.flycast.fm from your device. It should be in the BlackBerry stores in the next couple of days. This is BlackBerry only for the launch, and in 60 days we'll begin rolling out the rest of the versions for all the different devices. Okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.